Alright, I'm playing my first Matchroom 9-ball event here. My first match, I'm playing Angelo Inness. And I had a really tricky shot there. He was on the hill. This is the last 2 games of the match, and I was down by 1 game. He was on the hill 6-5, going to 7. This is our first match at the Chuck Markoulis Memorial Tournament at Hard Times Billiards in Sacramento, California. And this was the very first match. It's a Matchroom 9-ball event, the first one they've had there at Hard Times. And Oscar Dominguez is the owner, and he's the top. Everybody knows who he is. Top player. And he's on another second wind in his career, so always wishing him well. And I'm getting started here. I never really went pro or tried to get serious, but this was my first 9-ball pro event. Other than going to Reno and playing back in the 90s, maybe early 2000s. I used to go to Reno to play in their bar table championships, their yearly, and they would have tournaments over there, pro tournaments. The Camel Pro Tour used to have tournaments there. They have Pro-Ams. They used to have USPPA tournaments there. There was a lot of big tournaments. They would have a whole string of them right in a row, twice a year over there in Reno at the Sands Hotel Casino place. But this is Hard Times, and this has been one of my main pool rooms that I go to for bigger tournaments. I'm not there every day of the week, but it's within a couple hours drive, less than 2 hours from where I usually live over on the West Coast, near north of San Francisco. And that's where I played mostly, Santa Rosa area, actually, starting in the early 90s. So this is an introduction to me here and my different ways of doing things. I've always done things differently. I've never taken an official lesson from a pool instructor kind of a thing. I've read books and looked at things, but I've always decided to do things in my own particular way, maybe incorporating a few different things that I've seen. But this is something I'm doing. This is a Matchroom 9-ball with the 9 on the spot, and I'm doing different here. I'm just breaking right down the middle, off the rail. I did that the whole event here for this whole Matchroom 9-ball world ranking event here. Hard Times. 2023. The 19s were long ago. But I got a good shot on the 1 in the top right corner here. And the 2 is near the right side, which is fine. It's out in the open. But the 3 over there next to the left side pocket doesn't quite have a pocket to go in there. It looks like it fits, but it's a really tight squeeze right there. So I'm not sure what I'm going to do with that 3 quite yet, but I'm just going to get down here by this 2-ball here with top right. Hit it with a lot of nice follow through, like I do one of my own techniques. You might see me follow through more than most any other player, possibly. But if it doesn't make it more fun for me, at least maybe it helps too. And it helps to take your time sometimes when it's hill. And you got a real tricky situation with that 3, so I don't like trying to shoot it in that side. It's just too tight of a squeeze. And I'm straight in on the 2 here, so I'm taking a second look on the other side of the 3 to see how it looks from that side, because sometimes you can see things a little differently from the opposite side of the shot, and I recommend that when there's anything close and questionable how a situation lies. In pool, that's one of my favorite things about pool is the situations and the decision making, and here I decided to play the carom shot and make that ball right next to the 3 ball. Make it glance off the 3 and make the ball right in the side there. And so I'm straight in on the 2, so if I draw back a few inches, it'll make the shot a little easier. That shot in this side for the 2 was kind of a skinny angle, so better that I hit that nice and easy like I did there. Not taking any chances. This I'm kind of taking a chance on, but this is hill, and there's no lockup safety that I see. It's simple. I could play it safety here, but try to get down the cue ball down near this corner pocket over in the bottom. But this is, I like carom shots, and I practice them quite a bit actually. I like to, my practice routine is that I like to do when I have someone that also enjoys that kind of thing. I don't need to play for money or something like that to make myself think I need to take it seriously, something like that to get serious practice in. I don't think that way. When I'm practicing, I want total enjoyment and a lot of experimentation. So the game I like for practice is there's no straight in shots. You rack a 9-ball rack and you shoot the lowest ball first, but there's no straight in shots. You got to hit the lowest ball first, just like 9-ball. But you have to either bank it, carom into another ball, do a kick shot, combination, masse, or a jump shot. So no straight in shots. And if you can make 2 balls at once, then you're really doing something. So that's kind of the ultimate in that game. Or 3 balls if you can figure out how to make 3 balls at once. But that's the kind of game I like. And it's working on all your different kinds of skills. But this was more of a straightforward. I had to drift over off of that 3 to get shape for this 5 in the side here. I could have tried to play it in the corner, but this is, I got close behind the 8 ball. Almost got behind, hooked myself behind the 8 here. But if I use a lot of right spin on this shot, I don't have to worry about hitting that 8. I'm just double checking from the other side. Again, like I did earlier, I'd really recommend that. Gives you a whole nother perspective and you can see things a lot more clearly a lot of times. Makes things much more plain to see sometimes when you go on the other side to look at the shot. Watch out if you have a shot clock. So I got to hit this with some power and some punch and a lot of right and bring it cue ball back for the 6 down in the corner and go to follow it 2 rails for the 8 in the right side. That's where I'm going next. And I'm playing Angelo Inness here. It's our first match for both of us in this world ranking event. 9-ball and 153 players, I believe. And this is our very first match. I played 3 matches the first day. Won all my matches the first day. It's my first world ranking event. So I want to see what else I can do in these. And I lost the second day to Nick De Leon and raced a 9-6. And I made a good comeback in that one. I was down 8-2, and I made 4 games in a row, and I should have won the 5th game, but I locked myself up on the middle of a tricky run out, trying to break up a cluster kind of thing. But I'm just breaking up into the scene here, so this is my introduction. I'm shooting the 8 in the middle side here. I got a little short, so I got to go up table and come back for the 9. And I'm going to use top right English here, high right. And look at this guy walk right in front of my shot. His match was already over with, and he was just hitting balls around. And so I reset here. And this is hill. 6-6, going to 7. And Angelo was one of the top Northern California players in the tournament, so this was a really good win for me. I don't know if I even missed a ball the whole match. If I might have missed one, I can't even remember, but I was totally determined, and I knew who Angelo is, and I knew he just won a national 8-ball championship in Las Vegas like a week or two before this match right here, so I knew he was rearing to go and see what he can do here, but I wanted to see what I could do. So this is Hill, and my first big match on live stream, and I think there was over 600 people watching at the time, so I'm breaking onto the scene. If I can make that 9-ball, there you go. And he was good with it because he played almost a flawless match too. He might have missed one shot. And there's Ralph DeLorean. He's been a long time presence there at Hard Times. There's a tournament board there. There's there's Jerry Johnson, and then there's... And post up with the original video live stream.